Hello everybody and welcome back to Conan Exiles Age of War Chapter 2. So we're here at the start of a new series and this will be episode 1 of our Let's Play. And we're literally going to do a playthrough just as we were playing the game from scratch as a brand new player. As you can see, we're right here on the desert at the minute. We're going to start off in a second and we're going to follow our journey steps. Even though I don't have them up on the top right, you will have them appearing there normally. I find it a bit easier to do it through the wheel. For some reason now we've already achieved something and we gained a level just for being here, but there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off here at our spawn and we're going to follow through what the initial journey steps are, make our way down to the river, and my first port of call is to get down to here to the Sentinels, speak to our guy at the Sentinels and do some leveling as we go and try and get a little spot chosen somewhere for our little starter base. So let's get to it. So it seems like we've already completed our first step, which was to take your first steps. Even though I didn't technically move, it counted it, but there we go. Investigate the smoke. So if we're here, we're going to look for this chest. We're going to grab everything out of there, pop our water skin on there, eat and drink. Thank you very much. I need to check here what we need to do next. Right, so next we've got to gather plant fibre, craft and wear clothing. Now I do have harvesting turned up ever so slightly, just to give me a little bit more as we're going, something like ×2, and then crafting also sped up a little bit just so it don't take too long, but we're going to go that. What else do we need? So that's our pants and everything, and the top, yeah, might as well do that as well. There we go. Also, as it used to be,
rot among the ruins of the past. There are others here, slaves, bandits and cannibals.
Journey, what does it want us to do now? Spend attribute points.
Some of them try to scrape a life from the wasteland, scrabbling the rocks and sand from their own place. I cannot go on.
I didn't like
My
that.
find haunts me. The sun and the glittering spires of Belverus.
Search for more survivors.
The smell of my daughter's hair. I will pass the ghost fence. This cursed land will finally end me. To whoever reads this note, I leave the last of my water and this message. Stranger, you have my pity. You do not know how cursed you truly are.
So there we go. I didn't want to talk while that guy was talking, just so if there's anybody new that's never played the game before, you could hear what he was saying. But that's one of your first things that you discover. And then now we're going to carry on. So as you can see, we're making our way up the path here. Always a little bit of a jump scare there. That thing always gets me every time. Even though I know now it's there, it still gets me. And as you can see, body on the floor, got a book. See what this guy's got to say.
Refuge before the wind scoured the skin from our faces. There is something in the storm. Beasts. We hear the skittering of their paws outside the ruins, and their howls mingled with the screaming winds. The men are scared. I've put them to work crafting rudimentary weapons and torches from the loose stones and rough plants that dot this place. I've yet to meet a beast that liked fire, or the bite of the axe.
So there we go, that's another bit of a story of people who've presumably made their way out here, and obviously something has happened to them by the sound of it. It's not going to affect us though, obviously. So we're going to keep going. Got to be some more branches along here. There's usually a lot. You kind of got to just look around a little bit. Yep, there we go. Right, craft a stone pick. So we're going to do that like so. Then we're going to pop that one down there. I'm also going to make, if I've got enough, no I haven't, 1, 2, 3, I need to go back again so that we're not getting 4, 5. That was actually our next journey, which is to gather stone with our pick, which we've now done. So we're going to craft one of those because I want a hatchet as well to be able to get some wood. And also another little trick you can do, which I'll show you in a second. If you come up to a branch, if we happen to see any, let's just check our journey where we're going now. Craft a stone weapon. Now what I like to do early on is get myself down, where are we, here, unlock the daggers, stone daggers. We need some twine, so we're going to make that. Probably not got enough still. Nope, we need some more branches as well. We're going to go back this way a minute. We'll gather a bit more of that while we're going. Starting out's always your slower part because you're kind of gathering your resources, you're following your journey steps. Key thing here at this point, guys, is definitely keep following your journey. Especially if you're new to this game, follow what your journey steps are telling you to do as you go along, and you'll start to find things a lot easier and start to understand things. Yeah, cool little trick. If you've got your hatchet, if you look at a branch and hit it, you get a lot more. So instead of picking them up by hand like that piece of stone, as I say, if you hit it with your hatchet, as we can see, we've got a few more there than just the 1 or 2 that we would have had. We're going to craft all that fibre, and then, yep, we can make our daggers now. Gained another level. So we're going to pop those on there. Right, what does our journey want us to do now? Follow the path out of the desert. So you've not got too much more to now be doing there, which is great. And it's pretty self-explanatory where it says about follow the road out of the desert. You literally just want to stick to these stone paths, and it will essentially keep watching your stamina, because at this stage you will drain it really quick and easy while you've not got any points anywhere or any armour that obviously helps increase your stamina, but you want to just keep following this. So now we've done that, now it wants us to craft a bedroll, which is here in our inventory, so we'll craft one of those. Place the bedroll. Did that do it? No, it didn't. There we go. So obviously it's not going to let me do it here, so I'm going to run here, plonk it down, but always pick it up again if you're not staying where you are. Because essentially what that is, if you place that down during a fight, you know, in combat, that will be your spawn point. So obviously if you die during your fight, you will respawn at your bedroll there, and you'll be able to run and grab all your gear again if you have things set on drop everything on death. Unless you have it set on drop nothing, then obviously you'll be able to get back to your loot pretty quick. So then what we're going to do, as you see, we're just here. I need to come up here and then go around to the left. Oh, we've got a little friend that wants to say hello, so we're going to lock on. Ow. And if you're using stamina, just dodge around them. These guys are not too tough, they are only little imps. Just keep stacking the bleed, and as you can see, he just bled out. So So we'll chop him up just to see if we got anything. Bit of hide and a little bit of meat, nothing crazy fancy, but you know, that's kind of how you go in as you're starting out. So now I'm going to get myself some more branches as I'm running up. And what I want to be doing is making my way to the left towards the Sentinels that I showed you on the map. Be very careful if you jump like this, because obviously no armour and no buffs or anything as yet, so it's going to hurt, so be careful. And it looks like we're getting to night time already. So what I'm going to do is run along here, watch my stamina as well. Sounds like there's a crocodile that's seen us, but I'll refill my water skin as I'm going. We're going to keep running up here, the Sentinels. Still invisible again, even after the update, which is crazy because they fixed those at one time and then now they're invisible again. But yeah, what you want to do, this guy's friendly.
The new one, eh? I can smell it on you.
Hello,
Veterans tend
Arcos.
to smell just a little more like despair. I'm Arcos.
Pleased to meet you.
Once a sailor, now a wanderer. You didn't think you were the only one, did you? You should go up north. There's whole cities of exiles up there.
Really? So you can learn an emote from him, polite clap, and
Well, I won't pin my hopes on seeing you again.
charming. But yeah, if you speak to him, he'll tell you all sorts of bits and pieces about different things that he's seen and things that he's done. These guys are what we call passive, so in other words friendly. They're not going to attack unless you provoke them and attack them. Right, so it's now night time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little wander around, kind of pick a little spot, possibly across the river somewhere, and we're going to start building our little starter area, and then I'll bring you back in the morning. Okay, see you soon. Well, good morning and welcome back. Found my little spot that I usually like to use when I'm doing playthroughs or what have you. This is just up on this little ridge, kind of just next to the Sentinels. We're quite near the river, which is great. We've got lots of bits of iron and bits in between us, some coal up the back. We've also got, I think it's just up there, Sinner's Refuge, which is going to be a great place to get our friends from, but we're nowhere near ready for that yet. So what I need to do now, as you can see, I've just put this little platform down, if you want to call it that. We're just going to work from that. So I need to see now, I need to get some food made, and in order to do that we're going to need a campfire. So let's see, what does a campfire need? Branches and stone, we happen to have that. So we're going to whack that on there. That's our campfire. Let's pop our wood down there a minute. We've got some, what have we got? Have we got any meat anywhere? Yep, there we go. So we're going to cook that up as well. Not much, but it gives us a little bit extra. We've got some points. Where do I want to spend my points? 3. Put one in there. Put another one there. Then let's start building up our stamina a little bit. Can we make any healing wraps yet? These are the very basic ones. I don't have enough fibre. Right. So I'm going to eat my other piece of haunch there. That's going to keep me going a bit more. So what we want to do is go back to our journey again and see that finally it wants us to craft rough wraps. So in order to do that we're going to need some more fibre. So there's some bushes just here. So it'll be so much easier once I can get myself up to iron. We'll be able to get a sickle and we'll be able to farm bushes and things a heck of a lot easier. Get a lot more fibre, a lot more of everything. It's so much easier once you can get yourself to the iron stage. So we want rough wraps, which is that. And it wants us to heal ourselves. But problem is, oh yeah, we have got some health missing, so we can heal. There we go. Finally, harvest meat from a corpse, so now we need to kill something again. And then a good way to do this, that's kind of nice and easy early on, because obviously they're not going to fight you, is find yourself a nice gazelle like this, chop them down, whoops, and that like that, pop our hatchet away, whoop. And also where I've put my bedroll down, that's also obviously saved my spawn point, but it will also show up on my map if I just show you quickly. As you can see where we are, we've got the little scroll symbol, that's our bedroll, so at least if we ever die anywhere, we'll spawn back here. Ideally, eventually I want to get a bed made so that we can take the bedroll with us, and then we can place that down near to wherever we're fighting. I don't really want to be respawning all the way back here if I'm out on the map doing something. Right, it's not counted that piece of meat that we already had, which is unusual, but we'll take that and then grab that off the fire. Now it does this sometimes, it doesn't want to count the... Alright, it's me jumping ahead, I need to refill my water skin. Ah dear. So we're just going to jump down here, being careful because there are a couple of hyenas just up there, and sometimes it can be a one skull, so I want to watch out for that. Access or place a campfire, yeah, I've jumped ahead. Never mind. This should hopefully still register for us. Get our stamina back up, climb back up, save running all the way around. Should just have enough stamina hopefully. Yep, we do. And of course we've already done our campfire. So we're going to access that. Then it wants us to cook, but we've already just done it. We're going to have to kill something again, aren't we? Yep, so there's a lesson for you, be careful. When you first start, follow your journey properly, because some of these steps won't actually register in advance. So just be careful that you do follow them, which is why it's a good idea to have them on your screen, ideally, but for me it's difficult seeing them up in that corner with the screen brightness the way it is, so I just find it easier to keep using my left arrow and jumping into the journeys there. So we're going to come back here, I'm going to chuck that meat on there again and get that cooked up. Very nice, shouldn't take too long. Another couple of pieces. Right, what does it want us to do while that's finishing up? Cook raw meat, yep. Wants us to do that. So you think that would count there now, but the way it counts is when you take it out of the fire. Eat a filling meal, and boom. Journey step complete. So we're going to claim our reward from that one. What do we get? We got some supplies with some bits and pieces and some more branches. We've got a lot of branches now. So what I want to do now, I don't want to be carrying all this stuff constantly. So we're going to go to our hammer again. Storage. Oh, what's the wrong thing? Storage, where are we? Wooden box, what are we missing? Wooden twine. Can make a little bit of twine, we can't make much there. Right. So then we need... And it'd be better as well when we can level up our expertise while we're getting set up, because you can also carry more stuff, but there's one of the perks, I think it's the first one, you'll be able to get careful harvest, which means you're twice as likely to get, you can have careful harvest, I think it is, where you get twice as many resources, and then there's another option where you can have Right, for getting them muddled up. There's one where you can get final hit grants twice as many resource, or you've got the other one where you got a chance at gaining rare resources from things. We're going to go with the option that gives us the ability to grant more resources on final hit, because that'll be very useful to us. Let's get some more trees while we're here, and plus when you're hitting things like this, it uses less, takes less hits to do it. There we go. Right, is that enough now? Storage, yep, right. So now we can go back to our storage again. Box. Now this is single player I'm playing on, so it doesn't matter about locking boxes or anything. But on some servers that people are on, they'll have it set that people can access your boxes. Just make sure you can lock them if it gives you the option to do so. Now let's just have a look at our journey. Survival shelter. This is the next bit. So already it wanted us to unlock the apprentice mason, which we've done. Craft a stone pick, which we've done. Hatchet rather. Use your hatchet to gather wood. Craft a construction hammer. Build a foundation. It wants us to do all of those. We'll do those in a minute, just to make sure we're not getting too heavy for the moment. Though I'm just going to whack all of these things in here, because a lot of this will actually come in handy later on, and there's certain stuff that we don't need as well. Right, we don't need 2 water skins on us at the minute. Right. So, oh, and then we're getting a level. So let's go with another point in there. Let's bump our vitality up a bit more again. We will need to heal, because obviously our health has increased. It's not decreased, it's increased, so that's not too bad. Right, we need to get some levels, because what level are we? We're quite low yet. Another way you can find out your level, if you go on your menus, is go to this one, and then you can create a clan, and it'll tell you on there. Right, we're going to need lots of resources, so we're going to need stone and wood to be able to turn this into a build if we want. We are going to need a little sandstone shelter. So I'm going to cut here, grab some more wood and some stone, and come back, build a little storm shelter, and we'll progress the mason journey a little bit, just to get that one out of the way. It's a bit boring and simple really. There's a lot of things you've probably all seen before, so I'll bring you back when I've got that done. Okay, see you very soon. Well, welcome back. Yeah, as you can see, we had our box. Put a few bits down. This was actually one of the last little steps it wanted me to do, to access or place a little wooden box, store something in it, which we've done. Completed the foundations of the little building journey that we had. All you have to do is place a foundation, build a wall, build a door frame, build more walls, use the building picker, build a ceiling, put a door on it. And literally, with regards to the sandstorm, if we get a sandstorm, all we need to do is to just stand in here, and as you can see, sheltered. So all we'd need to do is just stand in here till the sandstorm passes, and we'd be perfectly fine. So that is our little survival shelter. We've got some bits and pieces in here. Like I say, storing some stuff out of the way. We actually got some different little bits from our reward. We just claimed that again. As you can see now, we've now got 2 spare water skins, which is ridiculous. We also got a rawhide bedroll, which is nicer than the basic one. We also got a basic bedroll again, but it's pretty good that you get the different bits. And also we got a torch, so that's going to be great when it comes to night time. So yeah, I think we've made a good decent little start there. So what we will do is we'll take a look at our next journey next time. We'll see where we're up to, and ideally we want to start progressing, so leveling up. So we're going to run up down the river a little bit this way, and we might also venture off a bit that way because there are some things to discover. We need to gather some aloe so we can make some healing. Plenty of crocodiles and things to kill down the river. Plus, if we go off that way, there is an NPC on a little island who spawns. It's a one skull boss, but should be okay to take out. They can drop pieces of the armour that they're wearing, which is medium armour, so we could always jump straight up to medium armour then. But we'll have to see how that goes. We want to get our journeys progressed because we want to ideally get some stations made, so our blacksmithing and carpentry, etc., and armour benches, so that we can get ourselves some decent armour made, because we ain't going to survive very long in these rags. But that's going to do it for today. Nice and simple start to the series. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a huge favour, hit the like button, comments down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Big huge thank you to everyone who has in the past and also just recently. We've just gone over our goal of 500 subs at the time of this video, so absolutely fantastic. Big thank you to you all and a welcome to you all. Glad to have you with us, glad that you're part of the community. Hope you enjoy your journey with us, and that's it from me guys. Until episode 2, it's bye bye for now.